All right, shalom, shalom. Like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Elohim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do well. Blessed salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. Blessed salutations to the brothers that's out there in them highways and byways, preaching his word unto the end. All right. Prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great, risking their lives as always. All right. Peace and mercy to you. This is the brother Shawab Omawan back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be called Prophesying to the End. All right. As always, you know, come out here day in, day out to prophesy the downfall of America, Babylon the Great, the whore of Babylon, all right? The downfall of the so-called white man, which is the Bible, the devil that the Bible speaks of, all right? So, hey, man, as always, we in some beautiful times with what's going on all over the world right now. Prophecy is jumping straight out the scriptures, just like we've been preaching and prophesying about, all right? And every day that we wake up, something new. All right. That's what we want to see. We want to see something new every single day. All right. So you can see, look at the shit that's going on all over Afghanistan. All right. So you guys got to be definitely prepared for a nice little terrorist attack that's probably going to be put upon America. You know, now's the perfect time to hit us with a terrorist attack. So-called terrorist attack to bring in the agenda, to bring in the lockdown. You know, on top of all the extra shit that's going on with the yo jabba jabba, all right? You know, there's so many ways that this damn devil pretty much moves, man, to cause fear into our society, to make our people believe that, you know, this place is fucking crumbling. This place is crumbling regardless, all right? And whether Esau is making moves, you know, because you got what? You got these earthquakes, you got these fires, all right? You got all types of different things happening. And a lot of it could be just Esau, you know, making these things happen. But regardless if it's Esau or not, all right, everything is done through the spirit. Everything is done through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because he's controlling both sides. So whether it's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, that's bringing them straight pestilence and all this, you know, all these things together, all right? Or whether it's Esau literally going out, because you gotta understand, Esau out there drilling holes all over the earth, and you know the earth basically just moves, you know, on its own off a natural reaction. You know, when you out there digging holes down low. You know, so that's what makes earthquakes and things like that. All right, whether it's Esau out there putting out these fires, you know, because like brothers be saying, man, you might have one of these billionaires out there that's just saying, not even the billionaires, you know, you got these damn devils who start thinking some shit like, you know what, let's light these woods on fire, you know, and try to get insurance money, and then shit just goes, you know, left. Whether it happens or not, by them or Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because he's controlling both sides. All right. Man's goings is of the Lord, so how can a man understand his own way? All right. And like I said, we in beautiful times to see the things that are happening right now. All right. I can't wait till this place goes into lockdown. We pray for that every single day. You know, it's not looking good for, you know, coming into 2022. All right, that's about to be one hell of a year. Hopefully we get into, you know, lockdowns soon now, all right? But we might end up going into 2022, and that definitely might be the year right there. That might, Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. That might be the year right there. That's it. It's all over out here. You know, we ain't trying to go to 2023. That's for damn sure. And as you can see, the way time is flying, all right? We already know that's scriptural right there, all right? Because everything is being what? Everything is being shortened for the elect's sake. So 2020 went so fast, and look at 2021. That shit is going even faster than 2020. All right, we're almost done with this year already. And then from there, it's going to go into, you know, we're going to go into 2022 and forget about it. That's just going to fly. And Lord willing, we will already be in the process of, you know, lockdowns, that MOTB being pushed out, which the MOTB is being pushed out right now as we speak. You know, they're bringing it out slowly. Gradualism as always. All right, so it's beautiful times that we're in. Let me get start off with 1 second. Start off with Jeremiah 28. All right, because that's what we're doing right now. We're prophesying onto the end, all right, because, hey, don't matter. We're going to be out here prophesying to YAHAWAH'S, get his men off these streets. And even then, all right, we're still going to be prophesying somehow, all right? You're just not going to have us on the internet anymore and things like that because of the famine of the word. But we're going to be prophesying unto the end, all the way until this place is done for. All right, Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right. The prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord YAHAWAH has sent them. Yeah, because you got a lot of false prophets that are preaching what? You know, peace, that everybody's about to be saved. Everybody's about to come together. Bullshit, all right? YAHAWAH is coming out here to destroy. And that's why we're out here in that spirit of prophecy, all right? Because YAHAWAH is the spirit of prophecy. And that's the spirit that we're all supposed to be in. If you look at all the brothers that really have this truth, not one of them out here is preaching about peace. Every single one of them is preaching about straight destruction that's coming to America, man. We're not here to sugarcoat not one thing. All right? We're here to prophesy the facts. Prophesy this downfall of America. Prophesy the downfall of the wicked, to let you know that you're about to be destroyed for your wickedness. All right, so it said, I'm gonna read that again. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms. All right, and is this not a kingdom right here? Is not America a kingdom? America is hey man, America rules everything in this world, basically. America got they say so in everything. They got their foot in their hands in every country. So that's a kingdom right there. All right. And it says, and against great kingdoms of war. Are we not in war? All right. We're preparing ourselves for the battle. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. That's Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51. It's like your 50 actually. This is 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? You see, so there's a sound of battle in the land. You see it with what's going on with all these wars that are being built up. How everybody's starting to team up with each other. All right, how they're basically starting to hate America. All right, so we're in the middle of war. Matter of fact, let me get 2nd Ezra's, I believe it's 7. Second Ezra 7. It's locked. It's a little windy today too. Second Ezra 7 and I'll start at 56. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. You see? And that's how you know that reincarnation exists. Because we were what? Committing iniquities. All right. And then it said that after, it said we consider not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. Yeah, because when you die, you go back to the spirit world and then you come back 3 or 4 generations down the line. And then when you come back, all right, you're judged in that next life for the things that you were doing of your past life. That's why when we're out, when you pray, you're supposed to pray for mercy of your past life and of this life. Because you don't know, you don't have no remembrance of what you did in your past life. But you definitely was doing something wicked. All right. So it says, for we are judged, we consider not that we begin to suffer for it after death. See, reincarnation. After death, we have, if you were dead, how are you going to be judged? How are you going to be able to, you know, how are you going to be able to suffer when you're already dead? That's how you know that's talking about reincarnation. All right. Then it says after that, and it says, then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man is born upon the earth, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. You see? And that's what we're going through right now, battle. We're conditioning ourselves for the battle. All right, we battle ourselves every single day, spirit against the flesh. All right, and for those that are not woke, they don't even realize that they're in a battle zone, because they're in the battle zone for Esau trying to take your soul, man. Which he can't. Ultimately, he can't take your soul. Your soul belongs to YAHAWAH'S. All right, but he's trying to steal it. He's trying to make you bow down to him. But those that are in the truth, all right, we're being conditioned for the battle. We're being conditioned for the war that's about to take place. It's a war going on outside, and no man is safe from it. It's a war between good and evil, man. All right, matter of fact, I forgot exactly where it's at. It tells you oh man, where is that? Is that in I know it's the second Ezra possibly, where it says that we are that the one people will stand up to fight against another. All right, it was kingdom against kingdom. Got exactly how I got it at the tip of my tongue too. But at one point it says and what's the word I'm looking for? Oh man. That's Satan right there fucking with my head right now. Damn, I'll get it though. But you know, we're fighting every single day. It's a battle between good and evil. All right, and we're preparing ourselves for that battle. Ultimately, YAHAWAH'S is preparing us for that battle. All right. Why is he preparing us? Because he has chosen us out the foundation to repent and to you know, in hopes that we're going to get salvation. All right. Give me 1 second. What's going on over there? Man, that's bothering me. I can't remember that scripture right now. Kingdom against kingdom. Oh, it says one realm against another. There you go. Forgot exactly where it's at though. But it tells you that kingdom shall go, it'll rise up, kingdom against kingdom. All right, one realm against another. Yeah, because it's going into what? It's going into good. It's going into evil and good. That's the battle right there. Evil against good. That's why it tells you in I believe it's in Ecclesiastes. Oh no, Sirach. 1 second. It says in Sirach what? It says that good is set against evil, evil against good. All right. I think that's 17. Damn, I hate Damn, hate when it's windy. Starts messing up my pages. But it says good is set against evil. Matter of fact, that's 33. Just remember. (33 and 14). Good is set against evil. I'll start at 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liketh him best. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. See, and that's that battle that we in. We're in a battle. The water, brother. That's the one I was looking for. The water, brother. 2nd Ezra 13 and 31. Call Haloim Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah. All right, it says, and one, this is 2nd Ezra 13 and 31, and one shall undertake the fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, one realm against another. You see, so that battle, that's the battle that we in. All right, and even those that are not in the truth, they don't even realize that that battle is out there, man. That's been the battle since the beginning, basically. All right, but those that are in the truth, we're being conditioned for that battle. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is preparing us mentally for that battle. All right. Let me go back to 2nd Ezra's 7 and 56. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we consider not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people, where he lived, saying, choose thy life, choose the life that thou mayest live. All right. And yeah, we want to be better. We want to have salvation. All right. If you don't want to have salvation, hey, well, then you part of the wicked. You're one of the reasons why this place is about to be put down to be desolate. All right. So we go back to Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil. All right, and yeah, this place is evil. Tells you that in 2nd Ezra's. 2nd Ezra's 15. And I'll start at 5. Behold, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. See? That's why this place got to go, because you got wickedness it's just polluted everywhere, man. This place is fucking polluted out here. This place is just over wickedly, man. All right, matter of fact, Micah 2:10 tells you what? Micah 2:10 says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you with the sword destruction. And a lot of people are comfortable with living here, man. How can you be comfortable in a society like this, man? You ain't got no freedom. I don't know what people think they really fucking free. All right, our people are always at the bottom of society, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. All right? So how can you really be comfortable here? Unless you're the wicked. And that's why 2/3 of our people, according to Zechariah 13:8, all right, have to be put down. Because they don't want to hearken on to this word. So you guys are going to have to learn it by death, man. You're going to have to learn about YAHAWAH'S through death. See, those, what's saying in the scriptures, a prudent man's, what is it? A prudent man seek well to his going, I believe. It goes like, this is 2 Peter 2:20. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord, Yahweh, and the Savior, Yahawashi Mashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome, the latter end worse with them. The latter end worse with them than the beginning, yeah. Because that's going back into what? You going back into the world. All right? The water, brother. Proverbs 14:15, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. All right? Those that want salvation is going to take heed of this word and go hide himself, man. And start doing righteously. These people out here walking in open shame like ain't nothing going to happen to you. You crazy. All right? But going back to this one, all right, yeah. A lot of people put their hand to the plow. And it tells you that in the scriptures. It tells you that in Luke. No man put his hand to the plow and looketh back is fit for the kingdom. You're going after the flesh of things. All right, it tells you that in 1 John 2:15. You get that real quick. First John 2:15. I hate when I hate the wind sometimes. Well, I love the wind because it's destruction. Wind represents destruction. But when I'm trying to preach, them pages is going. That's right. Luke 9:62. And Yahweh said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom. All right. Tells you in 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever. You see? So the moment you look back and you start looking at the ways of this society, man, and go back to them, that's the worst thing you could do. Matter of fact, Hebrews 6. Hebrews 6:4. For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Ghost and have tasted the good word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and the powers of the world to come, if they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucified to themselves the Son of Yahweh afresh and put him to an open shame. You see? So by you coming into this truth and then going back into the world, you basically putting Yahushua back on the cross. All right, and Yahushua going to destroy you for that, man. That's right. 1 Corinthians 7:31, and they that use the world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Yeah, everything's going to pass away out here. The fashion of this world is done, man. See, you got to learn how to use the world, not abuse it. You use the world for what you needed at the moment, all right? But you don't abuse it, because why? That goes into false balance. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. When you do too much to something, you're unbalanced. All right, you have to have a balance with things. All right. So use the world for what you need it for at the moment, but don't abuse it. James 4:4, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know we not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yeah. Well, whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. See, it says that you having friendship with this world, all right, it brings enmity to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It brings wrath, all right? It brings anger. And it says whosoever will be a friend of this world is the enemy to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? Matter of fact, 2 Corinthians 6:14. It says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion has light with darkness? See, so we're not supposed to be friends with this world. What kind of conversation can you actually have with this damn society, man? This society is wicked. All right. We're supposed to be in what? In all manner of holy conversation. Especially the times that we're in, that this place is about to be put down. All right. You're definitely supposed to be in all holy conversation. So what can you really possibly, what kind of conversation can you really have with these people out here that are wicked? Nothing. All right. As a matter of fact, it said what? It said, right here, 17. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate. Yeah. Come out of the ways of Babylon. Come out of the ways of this society. Be separate. All right. Meaning be holy. Because we are holy people. All right. Deuteronomy 7:6 tells you that we are a holy people unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. We were chosen to be above all these other people, above all nations. We're his peculiar people. That word peculiar goes into, it goes into several things. It goes into odd. It goes into being a prized possession. His valued property. All right, that's what we are to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is valued property. So we got to come up out of the ways of the society. Be separate, it says. Saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. See, a lot of y'all are not able to be received because you're unclean, and you're continually being unclean by sticking to the ways of the society. All right. Beautiful scripture. 1 Corinthians 10:21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. And hey, that goes into what? James 1:8. All right. A double-minded mind, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All right. You having a double mind. You 1 minute want to be doing something wicked, then you want to try to act like you holy, then you want to go back. You're being double-minded. So you're unstable in all your ways. All right. Leviticus 11:44. For I am the Lord YAHAWAH'S, your power. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. You see? And by you being in the ways of the society, all right, you defiling yourself. You're walking in that way, in that path, that's going to bring enmity to YAHAWAH'S. And he going to destroy you for that. See, because it goes back to our people being stiff-necked. Our people are stiff-necked. Just like it tells you in Jeremiah 4:22. All right, our people are sottish children, stupid children. They're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. And then these people want to think that they actually have knowledge. None of them got knowledge, man. Told you that in Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed from lack of knowledge because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And these people think they got knowledge because they got the knowledge of this society. But what it's saying in the scriptures, all right? The knowledge of this world is foolishness to the eyes of YAHAWAH. So you out there actually thinking you got some type of knowledge and you ain't got no knowledge, man. The knowledge that you've learned all these years is brainwashed knowledge, whitewashed knowledge, wickedness. If y'all really, man, if you knew, see, brothers in this truth know how wicked this place is. But for those that don't know, if you only understood and knew how wicked, how real wicked this society is, fucking Esau has made every single thing wicked. Somewhere down the line, every type of product, every type of way of living has some type of hidden agenda behind it of sin. And that's basically his main goal. His main goal is to basically have you sinning right before the eyes of YAHAWAH. All right. And that's why when brothers come into this truth, we move upon fear to change ourselves. This is not saying the scriptures through the terror of the Lord we persuade men, because once you learn how wicked this place is, all right, that shit really gets under your skin. That's why it says, that's why we might sound like we angry all the time, but we're really not. But what does it tell you in Ecclesiastes 7:7? Surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. We living in oppression every single day, man. So it brings anger toward us. And then on top of that, for the wickedness that we did, we got to live out here, man, and actually suffer for it. Because that's why we go through the tribulations and things that we go through. Because we were taken out of the foundation now to be, you know, Lord willing, we are those men, all right? And we are part of that number. We have to suffer now. You have to really suffer. And that's what you're pretty much on this earth for, is to suffer the things that we've done in our past lives until we get that kingdom. Water, brother. YAHAWAH Barakatah. We all in the spirit, bro. Every single one of us that's been in this truth all day long, like it tell you in Joshua 1:8. You know, you can this word shall not depart from thy mouth. And when you don't depart from this word, man, this is all we think of. I'll be seeing all you brothers doing your work, man. And it's a beautiful thing to see all my brothers doing their work. You know, just because I don't go on comment boards to say anything or anything like that doesn't mean I ain't watching. I'm watching all that. I know exactly what brothers is in spirit all day long and who's not. And it's a beautiful thing to see our brothers in, because this is why this place is collapsing. This is why this place is falling, because we're all in spirit. We're all one accord, one mind. And that's why these people hate us out here, because we're preaching the destruction like we're supposed to, being in that spirit of prophecy. And we're going to continue to prophesy until the end. All right, tells you that in Ecclesiasticus 4:28. Tells you what? Strive for the truth until death. All right, we're not trying to, hey, you got to be, like I tell you in 2 Corinthians 15:58. All right, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. And every single one of us brothers, man, we all in that exact mode. And that's why this place is falling apart. That's why Esau is coming down on us with great wrath pertaining to Revelations 12:12. He knows he got nothing but a short time. All right. Ever since 2020, which it already had began with what? Abba Bivens, all right, to the apostles on down. All right. Because you got Abba Bivens and the four he gave the truth to, you know, High Priest Ariah, Yaquab, all right, King Masha. Then you got Apostle Tahar, Aramlab. You got Rakal and Gabar. They've been preaching this word 30 plus years, man, already preaching the downfall of this place. But it just happened to be that when 2020 came around, that's when everybody blew up. That's when everybody woke up, man. A lot of people woke up in 2020, man. And ever since 2020, we've been going so hard that this place can't take it. Esau is literally in his fucking little bunkers with a million little TVs, a million computers watching everybody, while he just sitting there old as hell, and he tearing out his fucking hair, man, making little voodoo dolls out of hair and shit, because he can't stand that we preaching this word, man. That's why I tell you in Ezekiel, because that's exactly what happened. We were all woken up, all right, from the valley of the dry bones. And what did it say? It said, prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy unto this destruction. That's right. That's a beautiful scripture. Isaiah. The water, brother. May YAHAWAH'S protect you and yours also. I throw up prayers for all the brothers every day, man. I pray for the brothers not to get their Holy Spirit taken away. All right, I ask for increasement of knowledge, increasement of faith, endurance for the things that are to come. We're about to be in some crazy times. And we know and we understand that YAHAWAH'S is the only thing that's going to save us in these times, man. And if you got to be like Yahawashi was, man. What did it say? He said, I'm about my father's business. So we about this business, man. And we all following in the steps of Yahawashi. We're all bearing our own crosses. And if you're not serious about this truth, your ass will be sifted out of this truth and you will fall out of the truth. And I've seen it right before my eyes. People fall out the truth. Oh, man, that shit is scary. That shit is scary, man. To know this truth 1 minute and then the next minute you just on some dumb shit, man. All right? That's right. Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord, YAHAWAH'S, is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. And we fear YAHAWAH'S. So that's why we were given this knowledge. And then when you get this knowledge, you gotta what? You gotta do the duty of man. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Because faith without works is dead being alone. A lot of these people think that they can just have faith and they're gonna be saved. Hell no. All right, it said faith without works is dead being alone. All right, you have to have the works with it. Some of us are meant to be on the highways and byways. If you have, hey, it says it's better to have little knowledge and fear the Lord than to have a lot of knowledge, you know, roughly paraphrasing, and to break the commandments. So if you're a person that has a lot of knowledge, man, you better be on point. Because that means you dug in deep. That means the mysteries of the kingdom were given unto you. So you definitely got to dig in deep. And if it was given to you like that, it's because you were chosen to go out there and feed sheep for a reason. All right? And a lot of us didn't even think we were going to be in this predicament. I never thought in a million years I'd be doing this. Never, man. I used to fucking just be sitting at my house all day selling shit, smoking hella fucking bud, doing my music, you know? And all of a sudden, this just came out of nowhere. Why? Because that's the spirit and power of YAHAWAH'S calling his people. He allowed us to go out there and go off and sin for a while, man. Because he calls the people that are sinners into repentance. If you were being righteous, what's he going to call you in for? You're being righteous. But he calls those that are sinners. Why? Because in order for you to understand righteousness and enjoy righteousness, you have to be wicked. You have to do so much wicked that you're actually going to appreciate righteousness. And that's what all these brothers that are in this truth, preaching this word in sincerity and truth, we were all wicked at one point. And now we appreciate the righteousness that has been given unto us. And we're all in hopes that we're going to make it, because we're all prisoners of hope. So, hey, man, it's a beautiful thing to know all the wickedness that we were doing, because we were swearing we were some people. We were swearing we were some we knew something. Boy, it's saying in the scriptures, if a man think he knows something, he deceiveth himself. He know nothing. Beautiful scripture. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Yeah, that make ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Yeah, we're not giving no rest, man. If we're not on the highways and byways, we at home making videos. All right? If we're not making a video or preaching, we're reading the scriptures or watching videos. If we're not doing any of those, we're trying to talk to somebody. That's all we know now. I used to do so much shit. You know, I used to sit there and play video games all day. I go to play a video game, I play that shit 2 seconds and be like, this shit ass. It don't matter what I do. Even when I'm working, while I'm working, I'm literally watching videos. I got my headset on, my little earbuds on, and I'm just listening to the word. Because just like it say, let's say in the scriptures, it say that I will give you a mouth that your enemies will nor gainsay. All right? It's the same thing with us. We can't resist this truth. Once you come into this truth and you are meant for this truth, all right? Because, hey, the ones that are meant for this truth were written in the book of life. All right? Once you are one of those that are meant for this truth, no matter what you do, the moment you put down these scriptures or put down this truth, that shit will irk you. That shit will, start messing with your mind, because that's all we want to hear. And there's no such thing as, you know, oh, I learned it all. No. There's no ending of learning in this truth, man. There's no, what does it say? There's no searching for, how's it go? There's no end. Oh, man, I got it in the tip of my tongue. Yahawah's wisdom is like, there's no end for it, man. All right? There's no end to his knowledge. There's so much to learn. You talking about the apostles and elders that been in this truth 30 plus years, you know, you would think they know it all. They even say you learn something new every day. All right? Literally, they learn something new every day. That's right. Proverbs 15:16, better is little with the fear of the Lord YAHAWAH'S than great treasure and trouble therewith. See? So it's better to have a little bit of knowledge and to fear YAHAWAH'S than to have all this knowledge and go out there and start sinning. And that's why people fall out real quick, because you make yourself lukewarm. All right? You can't be cold nor hot. You just got to be on fire. You just got to be quenching. You cannot quench the spirit. You cannot light up your candle and put your candle in the bush. All right? You're supposed to what? Shine your light upon everybody. Show your fruit. All right? Your fruit on your tree. So you got to what? You got to show it out. That's how these people are going to be able to know who really got the truth. All right? You shall know them by their fruits. The wicked is being exposed right before our eyes. All these other camps that think they're Hebrew Israelites are being exposed. Why? Because there's no fruit in them, man. They're not speaking according to this doctrine. If they speak not according to this doctrine, it's because there's no light in them. Luke 21:15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. You see? So the same way that our enemies are not going to be able to resist it, it's the same thing with us. We can't resist this truth. We have to be in it. It's always something irking your spirit if you're not doing the work. Why? Because this is what we're meant for. You know, all my life, I used to always say, man, what is the purpose of life, man? This can't be life. Our people always at the bottom of society. You know, I'm 36 years old now, man. I was sitting there just thinking all the time, like, damn, why am I always at the bottom of society? I know I ain't gonna sit here, smoke weed all my fucking life, do drugs all the rest of my life. And you know what? YAHAWAH'S showed me my path. This is what I was meant for. It all made sense of why. Man, I've been through times where I should have been shot. I should have been in car accidents. I should have been in jail for a long ass time, but I was always being protected somehow. And that was the spirit having mercy on me, reserving me for this time right here, for this time to be out on the highways and preaching. You know, I always wondered, why can I not be someone important? Well, now I am. YAHAWAH'S, I am one of those men and part of their elect, and the rest of the brothers out there risking their lives on these highways and byways. Now I understand why none of that shit ever worked out. I used to play sports. I went and tried out for the Mets, for the Phillies, got cut in the last round, and I had Division I colleges looking at me to go to college, and I never went there. And I understand why. I used to do mad music. I was nice with music. I never understood why I didn't get signed. Why? Because we were not meant for the ways of this world, for the ways of this society. This is what we were meant for to be prophesied the end of this fucking place, man. And I take that any day. I ain't never been so content in life. I've been at the bottom of society all my life, been poor as hell, broke as hell, but we are rich. All right? What it's saying, Revelations 2:9, I know thy works, all right? And tribulations, the poverty, but thou art rich, all right? Why? Because we're rich in knowledge. We have this truth. Having this truth is the most amazing thing on earth, man. Like Apostle Gabar always says, we are high valued men. There's nothing higher than that. We're more intelligent than these college masters, all right? Than these top banking families. We're more rich than their ass. Why? Because we have this knowledge, man. Why you think King Solomon was so successful? Because he wanted knowledge above all things. And knowledge is your rubies, man. To know the way this world moves and how everything works, you can't beat that, man. You cannot beat that. But these people rather just be sitting home, drinking fucking they liquor away, smoking they blunts away, chasing fucking skirts, you know? All trying to be fucking record deal artists, trying to be porn stars, trying to be fucking actors, all right? All types of wicked ass shit that they don't have no clue and understanding of. That's why a lot of us lose our women in this truth and lose our kids in this truth. Because we really realized that everything we were doing around us was leading us to destruction. Slaki, I wanted this one. Isaiah 40:28. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. Yeah. You see, there is no searching of his understanding. There's so much wisdom. There's so much wisdom. I knew I should have put on my belt. There's so much wisdom to be learned, man. And because we're wicked all our lives, that's even more of why you should be in this word. Brother asked me the other day, brother, I be preaching with Ashiarba. He said, can you do, have you ever did like a 3-minute video? I can't even do it. I can't do it. You know why? Because I missed out on this truth so many years that I got so much to say. I can't shut up. That's why I ain't friends with nobody no more. I go to talk to somebody and I can't even have a normal, hey, I can have a normal conversation. To their society, I can't even have a normal conversation with a person. Why? Because the first thing that comes out is scriptures. The first thing I start doing is comparing everything to scriptures. And I've had people just be like, bro, do you ever shut up? Do you ever give it up? Is this all you do? You're damn right this is all we do. You got to give diligence to make your election and call it sure. What the fuck? Why am I going to put my hand to the plow and look back? The worst thing you could do. That's right. Matthew 7:20. Wherefore by the fruits, their fruits, you shall know them. You should be able to tell if you have the spirit of discernment. Those that have the eye salve, the spirit of discernment, are those that are most likely part of the elect. The rest are blinded. All right. That's why I tell you in Romans 11:7. All right. What then? Israel has not found what they seeketh for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. The rest of these people are fucking blinded out here, man. They have no clue of what's going on because they were given that spirit of slumber because Yahawashi ain't trying to deal with them. Yahawashi said, forget their ass. I don't want them. They couldn't get it even if I gave them a piece of it. All right? He ain't trying to deal with you. He did. So, Wisdom of Solomon 7:28. All right? 7:28. Yeah, 7:28. That Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai dwelleth with none that have other than the ones that have wisdom. Let me get that so I don't butcher it. Wisdom of Solomon 7:28. For Yahweh loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. If you ain't got no wisdom, all right, he ain't dealing with you, man. He loved those that have wisdom. Those that are smart. All right? Those that are going to hearken on right away through the fear. That's right. Matthew 7:18. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Exactly. Why? Because they have a malicious soul. See, wisdom cannot enter into a malicious soul. Righteousness cannot enter into a malicious soul. Only wickedness can enter into a malicious soul. We don't have a malicious soul. Because if we had a malicious soul, we wouldn't be standing here. Wouldn't be here day in and day out preaching his word. We wouldn't be able to make an actual video. Takes a lot of courage to be up here. Takes a lot of patience to be up here. It takes a lot to just sit down and fight to make a lesson. You know, sometimes brothers be at the house and we just sitting there thinking about our next lesson and you know, Satan just fucking with us, man. Fucking with our brain. And we sitting there and we trying to fight to make a lesson. And then the spirit jump on us through you know, the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and then boom, we in the lesson. That's why in my lessons I get amped. In certain lessons, I'm just like, woo! Because it's just like, it's amazing when the spirit dealing with you and you just put something together. And it's so beautiful. And we know it's just the spirit working with us. And that's why we give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for that. We don't give praises to ourselves because everything is done through the spirit. A man should not boast himself, man. You boast yourself, that's doing some dumb shit trying to boast yourself. All glory goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All praises always to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because man's goings is of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? All right. What does it say? The heart deviseth this way, but the Lord directeth his steps. All right. Everything is controlled through the spirit. And these people don't have no understanding of that. That's right. Wisdom of Solomon 1:4. For into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. Exactly. And what does it tell you about? Let me get that real quick. That's Romans 8. To 7. Oh, right here. 8 and 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. You see? And that's why wisdom won't enter into a malicious soul, because the malicious soul is after the flesh. He's after pleasing his flesh than rather to please his spirit. He'd rather go into the ways of society than to walk holy. All right? It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. That's why we're at peace now. That's why we're finally alive. That's why we amped up constantly. Because that spirit, that breath was put into us according to what? Ezekiel 37. He said, I will put breath into you and ye shall live. We are now alive. We're officially alive now. Before we was just dead. We was literally bones walking dead. All right? Proverbs tells you what? The man that walketh out of the way of understanding, that wandereth into the way of understanding, will remain in the congregation of the dead. And these people are spiritually dead out here, man. You might as well say we already been living in a fucking zombie apocalypse. Because all these people are dead walking around. This is the real Walking Dead, not the TV show. This is the real Walking Dead. All these people that are spiritually dead out here, man, that have no fucking clue what's going on. It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. For it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And that's why your ass is in that spirit of slumber. You have the eyes to see, but cannot perceive it. You have the ears to hear, but won't understand it. But it says, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you. Now, if any man hath not the spirit of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, he is none of his. Going back into what? All right. Yahweh Shai don't want you because you're not his. That's why he said, what he say? He said, I got it on the tip of my tongue again. that he came not to save the world, all right, but to save oh man, his that are thine. Where's that at? Because he said thine are mine. All right. He came here for his elect, man, for those that are his. The man that won. That's right. In fact, let me. Ecclesiasticus 6:22. For wisdom is according to her. For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. That's right. That's why it goes into what? Many are called and few are chosen. This truth ain't for everybody, man. This truth is not for everybody. But everybody want to figure it out. But you're not going to figure it out because this truth is not going to be for you. If you're not following the laws accordingly to the scriptures, this truth ain't for you. This truth is not for you. Death is for you. Plain and simple. It might sound harsh, but it's the truth. We don't sugarcoat shit here, man. We don't prophesy deceits. We don't prophesy smooth things onto people, man. That's what these people want to hear. Something smooth. Preach to us right things. Nah, we don't do that. All right? We don't do that. We preach the straight destruction the way. That's why I tell you in the scriptures therein, and there was written therein, lamentations, mournings, and woes. Ain't nothing sweet in these scriptures, man. The only time you get in peace is when you're doing what you're supposed to do, the will of the Heavenly Father and the Son. If you're not doing them, there is no peace. There's lamentations, mournings, and woe. That means destruction, tears. All right? If we go out there and we prophesy to you smooth things, we're going to be put to death for that shit. Because we're supposed to be doing what? Warning the people. Warning the people about their wickedness. Warning the people of how they're about to be put to fucking death if they don't fucking wake up. Romans 13:11. It is now high time to wake out of sleep, for our salvation is nearer than we believe. And if you're not woke, you know what? Well, take your little pillow, all right? Take your little sack and continue to go sleeping somewhere. All right? Go have a night. See, we don't sleep. Brothers don't sleep in this truth, man. We'll sleep when the kingdom is here. All right? I know I myself, I don't go to sleep, man. I take kitty naps. Kitty naps. That's what I literally do. I go to bed at 4 or 5 in the morning all the time. Wake up at 7. Come home from work, take a little 1 hour, 2 hour nap, and I'm back on it. And that shit takes a toll on your body. That shit drains our body. But like I said, we're going to sleep when we're in the kingdom. When the whole earth is at rest. James 4:16. But now ye rejoice in your boastings. All such rejoicing is evil. Exactly. You're not supposed to boast yourself out here, man. You always give praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for everything. Prayers shall always be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's why you're supposed to pray without ceasing. Giving thanks all day long to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The biggest thanks of all is bringing you into this truth and having this knowledge. The biggest thanks is when you wake up every single day and you still remember the names. That's right. John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice and I know them and they follow me. Those that follow Yahushua, those are his. Those are of the elect. Lord willing, we are that number. All right. He said, I pray not for the world, I pray for them. Them that were given to me. All right. The elect, not the world. He don't care about the world, man. He said, I have only come, I am not sent but unto the house of, what is it? I am not sent. Let me get it real quick. To Matthew. I am not sent but unto the house, to the sheep of the house of Israel. Where's it at? I haven't gone to that one in a minute. This is 15 and 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You see? And the lost sheep is us. Matter of fact, now that I said that, that's an account in, I'll read that real quick. This is Matthew 18 and 11. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. How think ye, if a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, does he not leave the 99 and goeth into the mountains and seeketh that which is gone astray? And if so, be that he find it. Verily I say unto you, he rejoiceth more of that sheep than of the 99 which went not astray. Even so, it is not the will of your Father which is in heaven, that one of these little ones should perish. You see? So he out there looking for his sheep. And we've been lost. And he cared for every single one of us. So he go out there looking for us. All right? And if he ain't dealing with you, he ain't looking for you. That's why your ass is in the midst of all this wickedness, all right? And you continually keep going through pure hell, destruction. But then when you get a little bit of money or something, one little good thing happened to you, you're like, oh yeah, I'm blessed. God is dealing with me. That's how these fucking people are. Not knowing that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to give you the things you want. You part of Israel. Even the wicked get the things they need. All right? Because you part of Israel. But at the end of the day, the salvation, nah, you ain't going to get that. You have to wait your line. You have to wait in line. Now serving number 99. You know? You have to wait to be reborn, all right? To come back through the loins of the elect. You're gonna have to wake up in the kingdom ashamed. See, we ain't trying to go through all that. We trying to make that, we trying to conquer death. We want to make that first wave. That first wave is where it's at. All right? So, what's going on, man? All right, so let's go to let me read that again, Jeremiah, because that's what I had started. Man, woo, that's how the spirit works. You take one precept and then you just go on. You get lost in it. You know? That's the spirit. All right? That's what brothers love to feel, man. This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Yeah, pestilence is happening all over the place right now. Different forms of it. All right? And like I said, that's what our duty is as a prophet, to come out here and prophesy the destruction, man. Striving for the truth until death. All right? Matter of fact, let me get Revelations 2 and 10. Revelations 2 and 10. And the point is in the towards the end of the sentence. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. This is the point. Be thou faithful until death. You hear that? Be faithful until death. Strive for the truth until death. Prophesy until death, basically. And if you make it, hey, beautiful. Call Elohim Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because even those that die in the name of Yahweh Shai, we're going to have that. We're going to receive a crown. Those that die in the name of Yahweh Shai, that's an automatic crown. And we're going to be raised up first on them chariots. But if you conquer death, then hey, beautiful thing. Call Elohim Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know? Honestly, hey man, shit. You rather be put to death. What it say in the scriptures? Death is better than damn, what is it? Oh man. I was just meditating on those scriptures not too long ago, too. Death is better than something. I ain't even gonna quote it though. All right. But the point is, be thou faithful until death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. All right. But the point was made. All right. We have to be faithful until death. Yeah, that's the one. That's right. The water, brother. Ecclesiasticus. It was a couple of them actually. I was meditating on. Ecclesiasticus 30:17. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. You see, because there's continual sickness here. This is a bitter ass life. You honestly rather die because you in the spirit world. When you go back to the spirit world, you in peace. You ain't got a damn thing to worry about. You at rest until it's that time for you to come back. All right. Matter of fact, let me go into that. I might have it written down on the side. I think there's another one in Ecclesiasticus too that says that something about death. But yeah, you rather. That's why Job said that. I believe it was Job. Yeah, Salaki, if I'm off. He said, "Why didn't I give up the ghost from the womb?" You know, he would have rather be in the spirit world than to sit here in this piece of shit, in this filthy ass society, man. Second Corinthians 12:2. I knew a man in Yahawashi above 14 years ago, whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell. Yahweh knoweth, such an one caught up to the third heaven. See? I'm telling you, man, you rather be in the spirit world, man. All right? Literally. And so all this is done, so this place is done, and then we come back with our rightful bodies, man. But we all have to play our lots. We all have to. The reason we go through what we go through and come back down is because we got to suffer. You got to suffer for the things that you did in your past life. All right? Just like Yahawashi did. Yahawashi went on the cross because he had to suffer for his sins first, and then our sins. He bought us back in blood, you know, by making himself that sacrifice. But he also went on the cross first for his sins. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're going through what we're going through, these chastisements, these tribulations now. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That one is serious. Woo. All right. That's why we're going through what we're going through now. That's why we have to suffer now, because of what we were doing in our past lives. Because people don't understand that we were our forefathers. So we were our forefathers going off. All right? So we have to pay for that here. That's why it hasn't been just an easy ride. No, hey, but you rather go through the tribulations, the chastisements that we're going through right now than to go through what these fucking 2/3 are about to go through in Jacob's trouble. All right? These people about to be fucking tortured out their mind. These people think it's a joke, man. These FEMA camps, all right, these martial law troops, all that shit. The pestilence, all right, the yo jabba jabba, all right, the mark, all that is for those that are 2/3 and the rest of this wicked ass society. You don't want to go through none of that. The nuclear missiles, all right, the laser beams that's going to be coming out of them chariots, that's all for the 2/3. We ain't going to have to go through none of that, man. That's why we're going through what we're going through right now. We're suffering for the sins that we did in our past life, and we're suffering for it right now. Really? Oh, you're going to have me look... You're going to have me looking at my video all over again. Yo, hey, I ain't gonna front. I've seen a lot of chariots out here, man. Me preaching out here on my own. I've seen them over here. I've seen it over there. The best one was one day I was sitting on my car right here talking to my other aunt that he don't teach with me no more. And, you know, it was a whole big rebuke that my brothers at GMS had basically rebuked him, you know, and told him he was going off. And you know what? I had to come and tell him he was going off. I couldn't teach with him no more. All right. And hey, I don't mean to bring it up, but hey, I love the brother and everything. But hey, there's nothing here that's not going to come to the light. All right. And the spirit that he had was just definitely wicked. All right. And we were talking, and literally, it was the best chariot sighting I've ever seen in my life. And this is kind of, you know, Lord, I still pray for the brother, hope that he's still in the truth somehow, because he's the one that brought me into the truth, you know. But this is how I kind of knew that YAHAWAH'S took the spirit from him, because we were talking and we were looking straight ahead at the same spot, right in the sky, and there was a star that was just sitting there. And then all of a sudden, as I'm speaking to him about, you know, this rebuke and all that, and, you know, I was telling him how I really feel. And I was just basically telling him, hey, the best thing to do is come on camera right now and just apologize. And you know what? Let not your sins weigh you down, and let's just go. Go hard now. You know what I'm saying? It's no time to look back. And as I'm speaking, the star got so bright. And then I don't know if you ever seen a shooting star, but this was a falling star. And this shit got so bright and big, and then it just dropped. And as it dropped, it had a whole long fire chemtrail behind it. And then it just started turning red, green, blue, red, green, blue. And it looked like it landed right here in my town. But, you know, it was just so far. It just looked like that. I know it didn't land in this town. But it looked like it did. And I'm like, yo, you see, that's a chariot as we speak. And I'm like, oh, Lord, YAHAWAH'S. And he looking at the same spot. He like, I ain't see nothing. I was like, oh, wow. Oh, man. You know? That's what I was like, oh, yeah, the spirit got taken away there, because if you ain't see that, we was just looking at the same spot. I don't know how you ain't see that. So it's crazy you said that. Hey, that was a chariot. Call Halorim Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakak Kudash. All right? It's a beautiful thing to see those things, man. Those are faith boosters, man. They're straight faith boosters when we see things like that. Because just to see a chariot signifies your salvation. All right? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Wisdom of Solomon. What is that? Wisdom of Solomon 5. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness. Yeah, that's what, and hey, Lord willing, we those righteous men. That's what we're doing. We're standing in great boldness out here, man. All right. We're out here prophesying the downfall, setting our face to Mount Seir, prophesying the downfall of them. All right. We're standing up against the workers of iniquity, all these evil, wicked men out here. All right. We out here what? Crying aloud, sparing none, lifting up our voice like a trumpet. And it says, before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he who we sometimes had in derision, a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is it that he is numbered among the children of Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth and the light of righteousness, and has not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. You see? Oh shit, I didn't even know we got them damn dogs behind me. Look at that. All right. So you know what? That, hey, these people, all right, when we get beamed up in them chariots, these people gonna be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation. Then they're gonna realize that we were the true men of the Lord. They're gonna really realize, wow, this was a real man of the Lord. All right. Brothers be putting videos up on Instagram all the time. You got the one brother from the San Francisco camp, Manaktazakba. All right, Manaktazak. He be putting up some, man, he be putting up some mean videos, man. Matter of fact, he had me amped up one day. He actually took a painting that this beautiful spirited woman had did for me, right? And he made a video out of it, man. I was amped up. You know, because that's through the spirit, man. I didn't realize they had the dogs behind me. I mean, somebody making complaints already. But hey, you're gonna have me go back home and go look. And it's always it's crazy too, because I always see one that be right here. Like right now, there's no stars. Well, it's a little cloudy actually right now, but there be times where I'm out here and it's just clear sky and there's no stars out here. And then all of a sudden I look into into my camera and I'll see something bright behind me and it'll just be sitting right there. A bright ass star. And I always think, hey, that goes into faith. Whether it is or not, I have faith that it's a chariot just sitting there. Why? Because the eyes of the Lord is upon the sinful kingdom. The eyes of the Lord is the angels, these chariots, all right, that are watching all day long this wicked ass society, what they're doing, all right. On top of that, that goes into what? The angels are camping round about us all time, all day long, protecting us. There's angels around us at all times, going back and going back and telling YAHAWAH'S what's going on. They go back and give the report. You know? And these people don't believe in that. But we foolhardy believe in that. All right? This is 2 Corinthians 12:3. And I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body, I cannot tell. Yahweh knoweth. It's like how that he was caught up into paradise and heard unspeakable words, which is not lawful for a man to utter. You see? On into that what? That spirit world, man. All right. You'd rather be in that spirit world. Peaceful. All these people that died, you know, even though they were wicked, they're at peace. They're going to wake up ashamed in the kingdom. All right. But they're at peace now. They get to see Yahweh Shem Yahushua, see what it really looking like. Like, oh, sure. You know? I'm excited to see that. All right. But if that was, call on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. All right. Because, hey, that's going to be our salvation. That's our salvation, is these chariots. Speaks about the chariots in Ezekiel. You want to know what the chariots is about? Ezekiel 1, the whole chapter. Tells you what the angels look like. All right? Because these people don't know what that these people don't know what that is. All right, they think it's UFOs, unidentified flying objects. But they are IFOs with us. We identify them. We know exactly what they are. There ain't little green men running around in that. All right, little Mars attacks, big-headed fucking aliens on that shit. Men in black. You ain't gonna have Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones on there with some little men in black aliens on. Nah, man. You got angels on that. Men of the Lord, dark-skinned men. All right, that are watching us. And you see more chariot sightings than ever right now. Because why? That's the curse that's upon this whole entire sinful kingdom. Pertaining to what? Zechariah 5:1. Whole different spirit now. It says, then I turned and lift up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. And when you go into Google and you punch that in, oh, look at that. Look at the sky lighting up over there. That might be, oh yeah, that's probably the fireworks over there, because we got the stadium over here. Blue Claw Stadium. But if it ain't, that'd be beautiful. All right. But it said 20 cubits, all right, which 20 cubits goes into 30 feet. And then 10 cubits is 15 feet. So Zechariah saw a chariot that was 30 feet by 15 feet. 30 feet big, you know? That's how you know that was a chariot. And it says, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side, according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side, according to it. I will bring forth, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. You see, he's gonna come into the house of the thief. All right, America. He's gonna come in and pop up on Esau. And you wicked ass 2/3. All right. That's the glory that Yahawashi is coming on. All right. Tells you that in Revelations 1:7. All right. 1:7. Oh, yeah, that's definitely the fireworks. 1:7, and it says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they which pierced him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so. Amen. You You see? He said, behold, I cometh with clouds. All right? Yahushua is not going to come like they teach you in Christianity on a white horse. All right? White horse with a cloud that's holding up the horse and it's just floating. These people, man. All right? The clouds represent chariots. When you hear mountains, but you got to know when, because mountains also mean governments. But you got to know at what time when it's being used as a chariot. But when you hear chariots, clouds, mountains, all right, that all represents the chariots of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It tells you that in Psalms 104. Psalms 104. I haven't gone to that in a minute. Psalms 104 and 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh the angels his angel spirits, his ministers of flaming Salakia, who maketh his angel spirits his ministers of flaming fire. You see? And that's talking about them chariots. Matter of fact, in Exodus, was it not a pillar of fire by night that was following them? That was leading them through the darkness? That was a chariot, which that was Yahushua ultimately, that led them through the Red Sea. All right? But it said it clear. Psalms 104 and 3, who layeth the beams of his chariot, his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot. See? Metaphorically speaking, because everything is, most of these are parables, man. Most of these are metaphors. And that's why these people can't understand these scriptures, because they don't understand metaphors and things like that. And it's crazy that a lot of these people that are in this truth, all right, used to be like musicians, artists, and we understand metaphors. Why? Because when we were writing music and things like that, we will write metaphors. That's what made the salt in the song. That's what gave it the salt. If your ass is just coming with some regular sentences, that shit whack. But when you come with the metaphors, that's what people like, whoa, man, he killing that, you know? And that's why we're able to, you know, pretty much understand these. Well, it all comes through the spirit, because we were given that eye salve. But you know, we understand metaphors. So when we see the metaphors, we already know what it is, man. All right? Let me go to let me just keep talking about what it said. It said the house of the thief shall be cut off. Yeah, these people gonna be, man, they had that in last year's Super Bowl. Because these devils will put it right in front of your face and they know what's up. They had that one stupid ass commercial with Tracy Morgan, and then you had nothing but chariots all over the place. And what they do? They came in to destroy everything on the earth. They didn't even destroy Tracy Morgan, because he was an Israelite. That was a representation of us, man. All right, you also had you got plenty of movies out there where they show you about chariots. You know, you got the what you call a good movie is called Close Encounters. That's an old school movie by Steven Spielberg. That's a good movie. You got Independence Day. All right. You got a lot of movies out there that explain chariots, that show you what's about to go down. All predictive programming. The spirit is put on them directors to make these movies, man. Everything is spiritual around us, man. Everything is spiritual around us. And those that are spiritual judge all things spiritually. All right. You got quick. Let me go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel, I'll read 4. And it says, and I looked, and behold, a whirlwind. Yeah, when you hear whirlwinds, that's also speaking about chariots. All right. It says, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. Yeah, and when you go in the Blue Letter Bible and you punch in that word amber, all right, it says a bronze metal. Literally, it says a bronze metal. And then it says, when you go into the Strong's definition a little bit down, it says a polished spectrum metal. You see, because hey, the chariots is made out of metal type, you know. And if you look, it will look bronze. That's like a brownish, goldish color. All right. They'll show you that shit in these movies. They show you that in these stupid documentaries. Matter of fact, Pastor Gabar always talks about that. How I think it was in like 1952, something like that, where was it the White House or the Capitol? It was one of those. They had a big there was a big thing on where there was mad chariots that came and sat right above. It was either the White House or the Capitol, one of them. You know, and they were just sitting on top of the building, just watching it. They were pretty much under attack. You know, ain't not an attack that I don't believe, but it was just sitting there. All you gotta do is look it up. You know? And they don't talk about these things like that because they don't want you to know. They want you to believe it's little green men, people out of space, which actually they're gonna give a final deception. They're gonna give a final deception. That's an Illuminati card. That's one of the last cards that they got in that game. It's called the final deception, where they're trying to deceive people, you know, because you got Project Bluebeam out here. These motherfuckers really got a Project Bluebeam. All right. They're gonna try to deceive us with chariots and all that. But we'll know when it's the true chariots. Because the true chariots are gonna crack them clouds in the middle of World War III, man. All right. Anything before that, you know, is to deceive you. But they're not gonna be able to deceive the elect. All right, that's why it tells you that in Matthew 24. If they were able to deceive the elect, you're not going to deceive the elect because we have that eye salve. All right, but that's one of the things they want to do: deceive us with Project Bluebeam. They actually want to have gods in the sky, you know, according to everybody's nationality and shit like that, of what they worship. You know, in different parts of the world, they want to bring up their gods in the sky through Project Bluebeam. And then they got these low frequency towers and shit that could pretty much put a little voice into them and make it sound like it's talking to you, man. It's going to be hey, that's why I tell you, it's going to be a time like we have never seen under the whole heaven, under the whole earth. All right. Matter of fact, let me get there real quick. Daniel 2:12 and 1. Daniel 12:1. And it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in that book of life. All right. And that's ultimately talking about time of Jacob's trouble. All right. Jeremiah 30:7. All right, alas, for that day is great. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's that he that's going to be saved out of it? The elect. All right. Going on. All right. So back to what I was reading in Ezekiel 1 and 4. All right. And this is 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. That's them angels. All right. And it says, and every one had 4 faces. On every one had 4 wings. And their feet were straight feet. And the sole of their feet was like the sole of calf's foot. And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. See, that's how you know there were dark-skinned men on there. The angels. All right. And it says, and they had the hands of a man under their wings, and on their 4 sides they 4 had their faces and their wings. Their wings were joined one. Their wings were joined one to another, and they turned not that they went. When they went every one straight forward. As for the likeness of their faces, they 4 had the face of a man, and the face of a lion on the right side, and they 4 had the face of an ox on the left side, and they 4 also had the face of an eagle. And I used to have it in my other Bible for my damn backpack got stolen. But those go into they all represented something. Like the ox represented strength, the eagle represented agility and, like, you know, the quickness of them. All right. The man represented intelligence. And what was the other one? The lion. I forgot what the lion represented. But they all represented something. All right. And it says, I think it was like the boldness of a lion, something like that. And then it said, thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward. 2 wings of every one were joined one to another, and 2 covered their bodies. See, they had wings. All right. They looked like men and they had wings. Those are angels. All right. And it says, I'll just get to the point. 16. The appearance of the wheels. All right. That's another thing. When you hear wheels, that's talking about chariots. Because the chariot looked like a wheel within a wheel. All right. If you can't understand that, then it ain't meant for you to understand it. All right. Those that's in the truth, we know exactly what it's talking about when it says a wheel within a wheel. All right. A chariot looks like a wheel, and then the little part in the middle look like a wheel also. All right. So it says the appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, and they 4 had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as if it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. You see? So that's talking about a chariot. All right, and that's what YAHAWAH'S is going to come with in these last days. That's what it speaks about when it speaks about in Revelations about the war in heaven. When it says Michael and his angels and Satan and his angels, there was a war in heaven. That's actually talking about, see, because these damn Christians will come out and be like, oh, well, you know, God is going to be fighting against the devil. No, that's fucking no. All right, Satan is controlled by YAHAWAH'S. All right, ain't going to be no war in heaven, you know, YAHAWAH'S fighting against Satan. Nah. All right, that's talking about these governments. These governments and their fighter jets are going to be fighting against YAHAWAH'S and his chariots, man. Just like you see in Independence Day. All right. Matter of fact, in Independence Day, that's basically, they get that whole movie from 2nd Ezra 13. All right, let me get that real quick. Second Ezra 13. Second Ezra 13, and let's start at the top. And it says, and it came to pass after 7 days, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. Yeah, because Ezra was dreaming, man. Ezra was going through he was going hard with his fasting. You know, at one point he fasted 7 days. Then Yahuwah told him to I believe it was like to go to the where the flowers were, eat flowers. And then he fasted 14 days. Man, fasting is powerful, man. Yahuwah reveal things to you through fasting. Reveal things that you want. And then prayer in the middle of fasting is powerful. You can pretty much ask for what you want. And it shall be given to you, man. All right. And it says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. All right, yeah, because Yahushua was coming with them chariots. All right. Coming with his angels, man, coming with his saints. And it says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt, and they heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. Yeah, and that voice, all right, is talking about them laser beams coming out of the chariots. All right, that's metaphoric. All right, it even speaks about the breath, you know, the blast and all that. Those are the laser beams that are coming out of those chariots. Just like in it's that movie War of the Worlds. All right, you know, you see things like Star Wars and shit like that. All right, you see all types of chariots flying out, and you just see them shooting all types of laser beams. Well, yeah, that's how it's gonna be in that day. All right. It's going to definitely be like that in those days. And then it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of a number. All right. And it says, from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. That great mountain is talking about that chariot, which that chariot is going to be. That chariot. I'm not going to bring that out because I got a bunch of papers in it. They're going to fly out. But that chariot is just like in the movie Independence Day, when that big chariot covered the whole entire earth, blocked out the sun and everything. That's how Yahushua coming, man. And see, we don't know if we're going to be beamed up to one whole chariot or we're going to be beamed up in different chariots. But, you know, I believe, I think I saw a video with Apostle Tahar saying that, you know, he believes that we might be all beamed up in one chariot, one big chariot. Because why? We're going to be joint heirs with Yahushua in the air. So it will only make sense. All right. So that big chariot going to come out right above us. Going to block out the sun and everything. Everybody gonna see this chariot and they're gonna bug the fuck out, man. All right. And then it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I will have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. See, he would have seen everything. He would have been able to see the rest of the world, but he couldn't, because the chariot was so big and covering everything. And that's in the same thing in the movie Independence Day. When that chariot comes, it just basically straight up covered everything, man. It got dark and everything. And then it says, and And after this I beheld, and lo, all they that were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet there's fight. Yeah, because you're going to have all these people out there in the valley of Jehoshaphat gathered together, all right, which that's happening right before our eyes right now, all right. All these wars that are going on are these people being gathered in the valley of Jehoshaphat, going into the Hebrew word YAHAWAH'S, all right. For what? For Armageddon. All right. And in the middle of that, they're going to be fighting amongst themselves. And then when YAHAWAH cracked them clouds and they come, all right, and that big mountain, that big chariot comes, these people are going to be afraid. But then it's going to what? They're going to fight against YAHAWAH. They're going to have pride, all right? YAHAWAH going to harden up their heart, and they're going to fight against YAHAWAH and make war with the saints, all right? They're going to make war with, that's when it goes into Michael and his angels, and Satan and his angels made war in heaven, all right? They made war in the air, and they're not even going to fucking be able to, man, they're not even going to last in that, all right? That shit's going to be done ASAP, quick. Going to be like one of them one-punch knockouts in the first round for Mike Tyson. You know, you don't stand a chance against YAHAWAH. But their pride think that they do. But what does it tell you in Obadiah? The pride of thine heart has deceived thee. All right? You think you're going to be able to do that, but you definitely ain't going to be able to do that. All right? And then it says, matter of fact, let me get a precept. I got a precept right here. I haven't gotten to that in a while. Daniel 12:7. Let me see. I just keep reading. Salakia. And it says, 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. Yeah, and in that day, ain't nothing going to be able to prosper. No weapon shall prosper against YAHAWAH, man. All right? No weapon's going to be able to prosper against us in the day that we have spiritual powers and things like that. All right? And if it ain't going to prosper against us, it damn sure ain't going to prosper against YAHAWAH. All right? Because when YAHAWAH come on the scene, the slain of the Lord shall be many. He coming to put foot in asses, man. He coming to just straight bring bloodshed. All right? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Isaiah 63. Isaiah 63. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? From Basra. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. Yeah, that chariot. All right. I that spake in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, in thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeem is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it held me. And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will drink, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. Exactly. All right. He's going to come with great fury. Matter of fact, Revelations 14:9. All right. Because a lot of y'all by that time, all right, y'all going to have that fucking microchip in y'all, man. All right. And he's going to come with that wrath, that indignation. All right. This is 14:9. And it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, this is the point, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right, yeah, you're going to catch a nuclear missile and you're going to be catching straight laser beams, straight brimstone fire, man. All right, you're going to be catching straight destruction from them chariots. Double whammy. All right. A straight double whammy. That's why, man, that's why it's important not to take the ways of the society, not to go into taking that microchip. All right. Imagine a nuclear missile hitting you, and at the same time you're getting disintegrated by laser beams. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua gonna make you feel that, man. He gonna give you a slow burn. Ain't gonna be no just. All right. He gonna give you a slow burn. All right, so let me go back. Lock it. And it says, and this is 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Yeah, going into those laser beams. All right. Them laser beams they're gonna be fucking people up. And it says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of the fire and the flaming breath and the great tempest and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. Yeah. So everything's gonna be put together. Them nuclear missiles, all right, them laser beams coming out of the chariots, and this place is gonna be disintegrated. In 1 hour, this place is gonna be done. 1 hour it's gonna take for America to be done. All right, and this place is gonna be made what? Desolate. It's gonna be a place of smoke, a habitation of dragons and lizards and shit, man. Owls, ravens, vultures. Tells you that in Isaiah 34. All right. Ain't nothing gonna ever be able to live out here ever again. Just like what do you call it? Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah. To this day, you cannot set foot where Sodom and Gomorrah used to be because of the sulfur there. So much sulfur, nothing grows there to this day. No branches, nothing. All right. So it's gonna be the same thing with America. America's gonna be made that desolate place. Desolate to the point where ain't nothing gonna be able to grow out here, nothing's gonna be able to live. All right. Not only that, it's gonna be a new holy day off of that, man. A new Passover. New Passover off of America. And you're going to see continual smoke from generation to generation in America. America's never going to exist. And that's beautiful. Call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It's going to be sitting there to remind us of that wickedness that was going on there, man. All right. Yeah, just like it said. Nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. Nothing's going to be perceived out there. Nothing. Smoke and dust. That's it. And then it says, Yeah, that's pretty much the point. All right. Let me go into a couple more scriptures and I'll close out. All right. Let's go to Jude 1:14. Jude 1:14. And it says, and Enoch also the seventh from Adam prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord YAHAWAH'S cometh with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all and to convince all that are ungodly among them for all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their heard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. You see? So YAHAWAH'S gonna come with 10,000 of his saints. All right, he gonna come with them angels of them chariots when he cracked them clouds. And they coming, it's like they're coming to bring judgment upon the place. Like we just read in Zechariah. This is the whole curse that go before the earth. All right. Let's go to prove more chariots. Let's go to 2 Kings. Salakia. Let's go to 2 Kings 2:11. Second Kings 2:11. And I'll start at 9. And it came to pass when they were gone over that Elijah said unto Elisha, ask what I shall do for thee before I be taken away from thee. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me. And he said, thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou, and you know what, now that I was just reading Enoch, all right, Enoch was translated in Genesis. Like, I didn't mean to just cut off like that. All right, but Enoch was translated in the beginning in Genesis. He didn't see death. Because YAHAWAH'S found them worthy, found them righteous. So he was beamed up into chariots right off the rip. He escaped death. It said he was translated. All right, translated means to, you know, go from one place to another. Where did he go? He went from earth to them chariots, and he escaped death. All right. And it says, let me go back to that 9. And it came to pass when they were gone over that Elijah said unto Elisha, ask what I shall do for thee before I be taken away for thee. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me. And he said, thou hast asked a hard thing. Pretty sure this thing was about to fly. Windier and windier, like that. Bringing more pain out here. ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Todo está bien? Ahí. All right. And it says, as a matter of fact, it's crazy that I'm speaking on these chariots, because that lady came up to me one day. She speak, you know, straight Spanish, and I was actually preaching to her for a whole hour and a half, and she was receiving it. She was actually breaking down Ezekiel, talking about the chariots when I was talking about it. It was crazy. So she knows somewhat the truth, you know. She knows a lot about the truth. A lot of her people know, man. They just, you know, they too worried about pleasing the ways of the society and pleasing the ways of this world, instead of doing what they're supposed to do. Nothing comes before YAHAWAH'S, man. You could get the things you got to get done out here, but you got to make sure you do the duties of YAHAWAH'S first, and then you take, because you got to know how to go back and forth in the flesh and the spirit, man. All right. But this is 12, and it says, and Elisha saw it, and he cried. Oh, Salakia. I was at 9. Let me read that again from 9. And it came to pass when they were gone over that Elijah said unto Elisha, ask what I say, what shall I do for thee before I be taken away from thee? And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me. And he said, thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee. But if not, it shall not be so. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. You see? So they both saw chariots, all right, with flames on it, and it came down and it took Elijah. Elijah went up into heaven. All right. And it says, and I think, hey, matter of fact, I think when you go into the blue letter and you put that part where it says went up, it explains how he was translated. Just like that. Same way that Enoch was. I could be wrong though. All right. And then it says, let me read that. And he said, thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee. But if not, it shall not be so. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more, and he took hold of his own clothes and rent them in 2 pieces. See? So Elisha actually saw when Elijah went up into them chariots. You see? And then he rent his clothes. He ripped his clothes. All right? How do you explain that? Went up into heaven. If it was a chariot of fire and of a horseman, which is, going into angels and all that. All right? That's how you know that's talking about an actual chariot. See? But, hey, that's pretty much the point. I'm going to do the spirit on that one. I'm actually excited to go see this video, see where that chariot at. Because I don't see nothing in the sky right now. Usually you see a bright ass star. Brother was talking about there was a chariot behind me. Hey man, that's beautiful. Call on YAHAWAH'S Yahawashi. And that changed my whole spirit going into chariots. Because them chariots are showing themselves all over the world. They're being made manifest right before your eyes. Why? Because they are the eyes of the Lord. They are here to let you know that this place is about to be destroyed by them. Matter of fact, you see videos all day long about, these damn governments trying to shoot them down, all that, and they can't. The chariots just be playing with them, man. Just be playing with them on a whole nother level. You're not gonna be able to knock down no chariot, man. Close but no cigar. All right, so with that being said, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWAH'S, call Elohim Yah, YAHAWAH'S Yahawashi, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessed salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. The water brother for jumping on the scriptures, being tuned in. The water for anybody that was being tuned in, and Lord willing it was edifying to you. Until the next time, Shalom. Probably be going home and making another video anyway. The water.